Hi everyone, we've got a grade 9 question here and it looks like it's on completing the square. So it says express 7 minus 4x minus x squared in the form p minus x add q all squared where p and q are constants. Okay, now what they're doing here, and this is quite popular actually with the exam boards, is they like to take something that we know how to deal with, like completing the square, and represent it in a way that's like super confusing. So let's see what they've done. So normally when we have completing the square, we'd expect it to be in this sort of format, wouldn't we? X add p all squared add q, like that. But what they've done to try and mix things up a bit is they've sort of changed the order and they've written it as p minus x add q all squared, which is a tad confusing. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't like dealing with these negative x squared and so on, I'm going to take a minus and put outside a bracket. Okay, so if I take out a factor of -1 from the expression in the question, I could write it as x squared plus 4x minus 7. So just to make my life easier and to change this into a format that I'm more familiar with dealing with. Okay, so I've taken a minus outside. So now I know how to deal with this. So I'm going to halve the number in front of the x, I put it in a square bracket and take it away squared. So this is now our standard way of completing the square. So that's been halved 2 squared and take away 2 squared. Okay, that's fine. So minus 2 squared is -4 and -4 minus 7 is -11. And now that I've done that, I'm going to expand my bracket. So expand my bracket and that's going to be minus x add 2 all squared, and a minus times a minus will make a plus. And so you can see we've written it now in the form p minus x add q squared, p minus x add q all squared. So that's our part A done there for 2 marks. Now this is the super tricky grade 9 kind of idea we've got going on here. Use your answer to part A to solve the equation 7 minus 4 times y add 3 minus y add 3 all squared equals 0. Give your solutions in the form e plus or minus root f, where e and f are integers. So this is kind of a bit like we'd get in an A-level question, because what we need to do is look at part A and look at part B and say what's the link between the two of them, okay? And the link between part A and part B is that we've got the same expression, however, the x has been replaced by y add 3. You can see there, look, 7 minus 4 y add 3 minus y add 3 squared. And we've got 7 minus 4 minus x squared. So the x has been replaced by y add 3. Now what that means is we can take our answer from part A and we can use that if we replace the x by y add 3. So x gets replaced by y add 3. And then 3 add 2 is 5. So all that's happened is we've taken our answer from part A, used it, but we've replaced the x with y add 3. Okay. So what we've got to do, we've got to get this in the form, we've got to get solutions. So we want it to say y equals something. Okay, so let's add this y add 5 all squared over to the right hand side, giving us 11 equals y add 5 squared. Square root both sides, so plus or minus root 11 is y add 5. And then finally take 5 off both sides. Okay, so we end up with y is equal to minus 5 plus or minus root 11, okay, which is our answer. So a very, very tricky step there, I think. Okay, the final part of this whole paper now, and the last question, it says the curve C has the equation y is equal to 3 minus 5 add 5 times x add 1 all squared. The point A is the maximum on the curve C. Write down the coordinates of A. Now, it doesn't really matter the order in which we write these two terms. So again, to make it more what we're used to seeing, I've changed the order in which these are written, and I've written it as minus 5 times by x plus 1 all squared plus 3. And the reason I've done that is because this is now more in the form that we're used to seeing, because we're used to seeing p x add q squared add r, for example. That's something that we should know about. And you might remember that when something is in this format, the coordinate of the maximum or minimum is given by minus q and r. So therefore, and irrespective, it doesn't matter what's going on outside there. So our coordinate is going to be minus 1, so change that sign and keep that one the same. So minus 1, 3. Minus 1, 3 is the coordinate of our turning point. And that concludes that paper. Well, I hope you found that helpful. If you are finding these videos helpful, it will help me to keep growing the channel. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, that would be hugely appreciated. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.